Assalamualaikum and a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So, welcome to yet another episode of Perceptive Learning Zone. I'll be your host today, Mohammed Hamza Nasser. And today we are going to be talking about LLB. This is a pretty much a highly researched and anticipated career path. बहुत से लोग इसको पाकिस्तान में prefer करते हैं इसको opt करने के लिए. I mean, in Pakistan as well as abroad, right? And today's session is just to talk about some institutions that are offering LLB program in Pakistan. What is the scope of this degree here, abroad, pay scales can, हम किन departments किन उहदों पे हम join कर सकते हैं, as a from a starting designation point of view. And more importantly, जिन colleges में हमने admission लेना है उनकी क्या entry requirements वगैरह वो सब और कौन-कौन से वो courses offer करें. So let's talk about it one by one, right? So first of all, once you have done your FSC or your A levels in Pakistan and you talk about doing LLB, there are some institutions that come in your mind. Okay, like one is obviously LUMS, that is Lahore University of Management Sciences. It is renowned for its quality education and it has a dedicated law school that is known basically as the Sheikh Ahmed Hassan School of Law. The faculty is experienced and the university is known for providing a pretty, what you call, well rounded education. उसके साथ साथ एक और इंस्टीट्यूशन आता है हमारा आगाही लॉ कॉलेज दैट इज बेसिकली एन यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ पंजाब and PU is like one of the oldest and most prestigious institutions in Pakistan. ये भी एक comprehensive program offer करते हैं. उसके साथ फिर there's an institute for the study of Muslim civilizations in Aachen University, which is also recognized for its focus on research and understanding legal issues in the context of Muslim civilizations. Uske sath sath, there is also QLC, that is Qaid Azam Law College in Lahore, and it is also known for its commitment to legal education and has a reputation for producing some pretty competent lawyers. बाकी you have University of Karachi, उसमें भी एक law की faculty है आपकी. University of Karachi is one of the largest and oldest universities in Pakistan, and it offers LLB programs with a focus on legal research and practice. उसके साथ साथ University of London, this is like one of the most sought anticipated places for LLB admissions. So also University of London is also known as UL, इनका एक affiliate program है. And basically University of London was the first of its kind, to offer a degree in English law in the 1890s. And it continues to offer the security of an internationally recognized gold standard. So its world-class LLB is supposed to be of international standing. And you can say that, it has been the first step in the careers of thousands of practicing lawyers all around the world. So it does go a long way in terms of developing a critical awareness of the common law legal tradition and apply problem solving skills to a range of legal and non-legal settings. A question अक्सर आता है हमारे पास कि what is the scope and job opportunities in Pakistan after LLB? So LLB के बाद मुख्तलिफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज जो हमें पाकिस्तान की लीगल फील्ड में मिलती हैं इनमें से कुछ promising कह लें कुछ potential career paths क्या होते हैं obviously being a lawyer, becoming a legal consultant, right, being a legal advisor or working in corporate legal departments. Job opportunities आपको private law firms में मिल जाएंगी. Likewise, you get them in government legal departments, you get them in corporate sectors, you get them in NGOs as well as international organizations. So, अगर हम legal practice की बात करें, so graduates with an LLB degree, they can practice law as advocates and they can provide legal services to individuals and organizations. They get opportunities in litigation, legal advisory, not to mention representing clients in courts as well. अगर हम corporate sector की बात करें, so you can get what I call in-house legal roles in corporate organizations which deal with contracts, compliance, as well as legal matters. You could work as a legal advisor for business, ensuring the business's adherence, obedience when it comes to, following laws and regulations. Baki, obviously, government sector में अगर हम बात करें, so there are opportunities in government legal departments, public prosecution, other government agencies. You could you could occupy legal positions in ministries and regulatory bodies. उसके साथ साथ in terms of career opportunities हमारे पास judiciary भी आता है. You can aspire to become a judge after gaining experience and meeting the eligibility criteria. There are opportunities in the lower judiciary and obviously experience के साथ साथ आप higher judiciary positions की तरफ भी pivot कर सकते हैं. अगर हम legal consultancy की बात करें तो obviously आप once you have a certain amount of experience in the market, right? Once you have a certain brand name, obviously, right, you can establish private consultancy firms, providing specialized legal services for individuals as well as for businesses alike. And if we talk about pay scales, right? Entry level salaries for fresh LLB graduates, they can vary based on factors such as obviously the employer, the location, as well as a specific role in and of itself. On an average, I would say the salaries in Pakistan, they range from PKR 40,000 to 80,000 rupees a month, depending on the sector, depending on the level of experience, or obviously, to some extent, luck ka bhi, amal dakhl hota hai. अगर हम बात करें इसकी एकेडमिक रिक्वायरमेंट्स की सो जिन हजरात ने intermediate equivalent किया हुआ they're typically required to have completed intermediate education like FA or FSE with a certain minimum percentage 45 50 similarly O level students वालों की भी एक certain requirement होती है so सबसे पहले तो हमने ये देखना होता है कि जिस प्रोग्राम जिस इंस्टीट्यूशन में अप्लाई करें like what is the requirement of that academically speaking now once you clear those minimum requirements, what's the next step that, ladies and gentlemen, for you is the admission test, okay? And admission test may, some universities, they may require candidates to pass an admission test, which may include sections on English, general knowledge, and analytical reasoning. And उसके बाद obviously एक merit criteria भी हमारे पास आता है. So admission to LLB programs, I will say it is often based on merit, considering academic performance, उसके साथ साथ your admission test scores, and any other relevant criteria that is set by the university. And in some stages, there's a final scenario that is an interview. Sorry, in some universities, there's a final stage that is an interview. So some universities, they may conduct interviews as part of the admission process to assess the candidate suitability for the program. So in a nutshell, जब हम requirements की बात करते हैं, obviously it's your OA level / metric FSC grades, it's your performance in the admission test. It is definitely that particular institution's merit criteria as well as your individual performance in an interview. You ace these factors and you have a pretty good probability of getting into that LLB institution. उसके अलावा there are some common questions that people ask that what is the duration of LLB program? So LLB programs in Pakistan, they're typically of 5 years. You have to make sure that you choose a university that is recognized by the PBC. PBC stands for the Pakistan Bar Council, and the purpose of that is to ensure your degree's validity for legal practice. बाकी बहुत सारे LLB programs हैं जो internships भी include करते हैं, practical training भी देते हैं just to provide students with a hands-on experience in legal settings. And then we got obviously the Bar Council examination. So it doesn't matter which place you do your LLB from, be it from Punjab University, be it from Qaid Azam Law College, or be it from LAMS or anywhere. After you complete LLB, you need to pass the Bar Council examination. And unless you don't pass the Bar Council examination, fellas, you are not going to be eligible for legal practice. Okay. So I would always say that, these are sort of your mental checklists. I would say that whenever you're applying, it's crucial to research each university's LLB program, their faculty, and their accreditation by the Pakistan Bar Council. Additionally, gaining practical experience through internships and participating in moot court competitions, they can enhance your skills and employability in the legal field. So always, I would say, check the specific admission requirements of the university that you plan on applying to, as they may vary, And उसके बाद, like, there's a question like, ठीक है, अगर हम Pakistan से नहीं करते, let's say we have the luxury of going abroad for studying our LLB program, what would be some good universities? Okay, for example, UK में, Canada में, Australia में, some good, obviously I haven't done LLB, fellas, so that's a disclaimer. Okay, I can only tell you what I've heard. Okay, so if you go to that university that I've told you, it doesn't turn out to be good, don't come after me. Okay, they're just suggestions. So from what I've heard, some good universities for LLB in the UK, there are University of Oxford, the University of Cambridge. Then you got London School of Economics and Political Science. You got UCL, that is University College London, and finally you got King's College London. अगर हम Canada की बात करते हैं, so I've heard accolades being given to some good LLB programs in institutions like University of Toronto, McGill University, University of British Columbia, University of Alberta, and University of Ottawa is pretty much coming up in the top charts as well. अगर हम ऑस्ट्रेलिया की बात करें, some good universities for LLB in Australia, there are University of Melbourne, Then there's ANU, that is Australian National University. Apart from that, you got University of Sydney, you got University of New South Wales, and I've heard that Monash is pretty cool as well. Then people often have this question, that what is the scope of pursuing LLB abroad? And from what I've researched, right, from what I've heard, this job scope of studying LLB abroad is quite diverse and rewarding. You can work as a lawyer, you can work as a legal advisor, judge, magistrate, solicitor, barrister, as a legal journalist, as a legal researcher, as a legal analyst, and much more. You can also pursue higher studies in law, such as LLM, PhD, or MBA in business law. The salary of a law graduate that depends on various factors such as your experience, your expertise, your location, and your employer. On an average, the annual salaries of law professionals in different countries for UK, it's like between 40,000 to 100,000 pounds a year. We're talking annually. For Canada, it would be between 60,000 to 150,000 Canadian dollars per year. Jabki Australia, I mean, on an annual basis, you have somewhere between 70,000 to 180,000 Australian dollars. This is an average. Obviously, it is subject to change. बाकी उसके अलावा some people especially reached out to me to talk a bit more in detail about University of London and its affiliation with in terms of LLB programs in Pakistan. तो वैसे तो पहले अगर हम बात करें कि I've already told you, given you a brief intro to UL. So, like I said, University of London, it offers the LLB, aka the Bachelor of Law program, which is internationally regarded as the gold standard in legal education. If we talk about some key features, so obviously number one, it is very flexible. The LLB can be studied from anywhere in the world, so it allows you to fit your studies around work and other commitments. You can complete it in a minimum of 3 years. That is basically called a standard entry LLB, or you could get it done in 2 years, which is basically also known as graduate entry LLB. If we talk about academic quality of this UL program, the LLB is developed by academics from six good University of London law schools, which is known collectively as the Laws Consortium. ये जो academic six different UL यूनिवर्सिटी के स्कूल से मिलके ये आपका LB प्रोग्राम डिजाइन करें कौन कौन से ये वो आपके लॉ स्कूल्स होंगे Birkbeck, King's, LSE, London School of Economics, Queen Mary, SOS, as well as UCL, that is University College London. So distance learning students, they are marked to the same high standards as those on campus. So three of these, UCL, King's, and LSE, they are ranked in the top 20 worldwide for law. Agar hum baat karen QS World Rankings in 2019. And two of these law schools, that is UCL, University College London, and LSE, that is London School of Economics, they basically came in UK's top 10 as per their complete university guide survey that was published in 2019. You can reach out to me in the comment section. I can provide you with the links to those documentations. So, learning resources ki baat kare, you can access University of London's virtual learning environment, short for VLE, with study materials, with audio lectures, with module guides, as well as past exam papers, and the online library that provides millions of academic publications. Once again, हम study modes की हम बात करें, so that's where you got a choice, right? You can either choose between independent online learning, or you could enroll at a recognized teaching center in your home country for face-to-face tuition support. And obviously, once you graduate, you'll join a distinguished global alumni community of legal professionals. So, it's always a perk. अब अगर मैं कुछ स्पेसिफिक नेम करूँ जो यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ लंदन की एफिलिएशंस हैं with schools in Pakistan, well, one is obviously LGS Paragon, that is Lahore Grammar School, Paragon campus in Lahore. उसके अगर हम फीस स्ट्रक्चर की बात करें, that is like 35 lakh for the entire program. That is 3 years. They cover a lot of courses like contract law, tort law, constitutional law, criminal law. Their examination procedure, obviously, अगर हम बात करें examinations or conducted by the University of London, which basically comprise of written exams as well as coursework assessments. As far as the admission program to the LLB program for LGS Paragon UL chapter is concerned, so you need basically a minimum of 50% marks in your intermediate examination. Apart from that, you need to make sure that you showcase good progress, good performance in the what I call LNAT, LNAT, that stands for Logic Numeracy Assessment Test. And this is basically administered by the University of London. Uske saath you need a very good, top-notch, compelling, professional statement of purpose. And obviously, you need to ace your interview. As far as deadlines are concerned, last I checked, the application deadline is 1st October and the registration deadline is 1st November for the September intake, whereas the application deadline is 1st April and registration deadline is 1st May for the May intake. Per Then there is a Beacon House College System वो भी एक LB program offer करें which is affiliated with the University of London. अगर हम उसके fee structure की बात करें, so they charge like 40 lakh roundabout for 3 years total, and they also offer a comprehensive range of core and elective courses in various legal fields. And it is structured basically इनका जो LB program है जो UL के academics ने design किया हुआ है, it is structured into 12 courses, and upon successful completion of these courses you end up earning a qualifying degree. So in the अगर हम BCS के LB program के बारे में बात करें, so in the first year of study, ladies and gentlemen, there are 4 compulsory modules. Okay, you got contract law, you got criminal law, then there's legal systems and methods, and that is followed by last but not the least, that is public law. Then if you go into the second year consists of EU law, that is European Union law, property law, tort law, and along with these 3, there is one optional module. और आखिरकार अगर हम थर्ड ईयर की बात करें, BCS में students end up learning equity and trusts. After equity and trusts, they learn a course that is called jurisprudence, and finally there are 2 optional modules. Once again, examinations are conducted by the University of London following the same format as LGS Paragon. और अगर हम admission requirements की बात करें, तो वही बात minimum of 50% in intermediate examination, statement of purpose, interview if they demand that, and obviously a strong performance once again in the LNAT, that is the logic numeracy assessment test. और इसकी application deadlines जो है वो अमूमन आमतौर पे मार्च में होती हैं. Next up, if we talk about University of London affiliation with Roots School of Law, तो Roots भी एक LLB program offer कर रहा है जो University of London के साथ वाबस्ता है. This is normally the range of 30 to 35 lakh. कुल मिला के 3 सालों की मैं education की बात करूं. Or इसमें once again you have a variety of core as well as elective courses that are being offered. So you got legal system of Pakistan, you got law of contract, you got law of torts, you got criminal law, then there is constitutional law, there is international law, business law, family law, environmental law, as well as human rights law. Examination procedure वही बात है, once again University of London format है, आपके written exams भी होंगे, along with that you also got coursework assessments. Admission requirements, same as in the case of LGS Paragon and BCS, right? Minimum of 50% marks, do well in the entry test, and obviously have a good statement of purpose and ace the interview. And same goes for the academic deadlines. ये typically होती है इसमें मार्च के अंदर. Pakistan College of Law की बात करें तो once again same academic requirements, same academic deadlines, right? So Pakistan College of Law, that is also another good institution offering an LLB that is affiliated with the UL. Last I checked, that is based in Islamabad, if I'm not mistaken. Forgive me if I make a mistake. But once again, they also have examination procedures which are conducted by University of London, which consist of written exams and coursework assessments. And ये normally like 38 lakh, 35 से 40 की range में charge करते हैं 3 सालों के लिए. Once again, they have a range of core and elective courses on display like intellectual property law, family law, constitutional law, law of contracts, as well as criminal laws. So it is always important, bottom line, to visit the official websites of each institution for the latest information on fees, courses, admission requirements, and deadlines as they may change periodically. Consider, if I were you, applying for LLB, I would really strongly consider attending information sessions or open houses organized by these institutions to gain further insights and ask specific questions. You can always explore scholarship opportunities offered by these institutions or external organizations in order to help yourself manage your financial burden. So that being said and done, I really hope, guys, this was helpful. This pretty much sums up our session for today. We'll be back soon with more quality content for other streams and disciplines. Thank you very much. Stay blessed. Assalamu alaikum.